Just love the fact that I'm always having the opportunity to have you with me on the show all the time. Like every time I come on, I feel good to have you. I feel good to have every one of you. So you're welcome to the show. It's a Tuesday, a new month of April 2nd. And if you kind of look at the way the months are moving, 2024 will be ending very soon. Whether you like it or not, it's moving really fast. So, start checking your doings, your, activities. What is that thing that you have been doing lately that has been working and not working? You have to somehow reevaluate certain things. All right, because it's getting close to when we usually tell the year bye. So check it out. Okay. All right. It's 9:36. It's Voice of the People. It's 90.3 FM right here in Lagos. I'm Rahim. And of course, tonight I might not be doing this all alone. I believe someone is going to be with me tonight. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I believe that, the happenings have been already. So I'm looking forward to be able to have him here so we can talk. Talking is good. And that's why we have this show. And then we have the radio for you, that radio station, which is called Voice of the People, for you to be able to hear your voice. So that's it. Okay, so welcome one more time to the nighttime show. All right. And this is the beginning of the nighttime show this week. So definitely we're going to get into relationship. But we'll talk about, ships. And particularly there is a problem that we need to fix. This is a true life story. As a matter of fact, everything I bring on the table here is true life story. And a lot of you confirm it. That even some of you must have actually gone through that situation, the same situation. You might have actually gone through that road. And when you come on, to give your submission and you hear what we are talking about, you can relate. And that's the most important thing. And then every other person also listening from far and near will want to learn from it. So that's it. That's how important this is. Okay. Now, before we start talking about what we're going to be treating for tonight, I'd love to let you know that today is the National Sexual Assault Awareness Month, the Day of Action, April 2nd. And it's very important because very, very much important. Because today, a lot of you will have understanding based on, the National Sexual Assault Awareness Month Day. Now, this Sexual Assault Awareness Month Day of Action is held yearly on the first Tuesday in April. And this is the first Tuesday in April. All right. This year, I think we're observing the day that raises awareness about sexual assaults, awareness about sexual assaults, and the goal is to prevent sexual assaults, sexual harassment, and abuse, whether in the office, whether in anywhere, through education. Nowadays, nobody wants to learn, but they want to be educated. But that's a critical problem. So, it is a very critical to teach consent and comprehend boundaries. Okay, so the day promotes important tools to help shift cultural views through social media campaigns, events, and more. So throughout the month and beyond, the day is offered or offers methods to support victims, those who are sexually harassed or assaulted. Okay, so following the broader trend of social activity throughout the decade, somewhere in the 1970s saw a tremendous increase in prevention and awareness of sexual violence across America, even across the world. As a matter of fact, it's worse in this part of the world, but no one is talking. Beyond raising awareness, the Bay Area Women Against Rape created the nation's first rape crisis center in 1971, providing urgent victim care. Here, when such thing happens, the girl who was victimized, who was assaulted, harassed sexually, will be insulted. And that's why a lot of them don't even come out to say such person did this to me, because they're scared, because they're being insulted and disrespected. What is the amount and what is that, the heart that you use to come out and say somebody did this to me? So we should encourage and try to encourage, women in this part of the world to always speak their minds when things like this happen. Okay? Kids are getting into the same thing. So the Violence Against Women Act, was written and implemented in 1994, bringing it together state coalition and activists and also victims. Okay, so let's try and build awareness for this National Sexual Assault Awareness Month Day of Action. Let's try and do it in Africa, in this country, and let's help ourselves. Everybody is just dumb about things. Nobody cares. Anyways, we'll talk about this later though. Another thing being celebrated today is the Autism Awareness Day. Today is also the Autism Awareness Day. And you know that this is a very crazy, disease, and I don't know, maybe I was just it is a disorder. And I've been asking myself exactly where did it start? But anyways, did you know that the CDC statistics reveal that autism spectrum disorder, the ASD, is 4.3 times more prevalent in boys than it is in girls? So this is because girls often go undiagnosed because they don't fit autism. They don't fit autism stereotypes, and they mask symptoms better than boys. Where is it going to? Okay. All right. So, according to a Child Mind Institute, there is no better way to celebrate this day than by becoming aware of the characteristics of people with this condition and how all of us can do better to increase our own understanding and promoting kindness. I don't see kindness anywhere close here. Autism spectrum disorder is a developmental disorder characterized by behavioral and, of course, communicational affections that impact a person's ability to navigate social interactions and also, of course, repetitive, restricted behavior. The first historical appearance of the word autism, I think it was made in 1911. That's way back, 1911, by the psychiatrist called Eugene Biola, who used the term to describe a specific cluster of symptoms that were considered simple symptoms of schizophrenia as an extreme social withdrawal. Now, in that order, it was in 1943 when pediatric psychiatric, a guy called Dr. Leo Kanner, characterized autism as a social, as a social, as a social, as a social. I repeat myself, as a social. Shall I say it again? I said, as a social withdrawal. A social withdrawal. All right. Okay, so in that order, it was actually 1943 when the pediatric psychiatrist Dr. Leo Kanner characterized autism as a social and, of course, emotional disorder in a particular article he wrote. So, I mean, today is the day of Autism Day, and it's the day of awareness. People need to know exactly what autism is all about. I wouldn't be the one to tell you. I've been able to explain a little bit. And so, I mean, it's just literally an Autism Awareness Day. I don't know. There's a lot of kids in this part of the world. Somebody will be asking a question, why Africans, we don't see that kind of disease and disorders in Africa. It happens in America, in the UK, in all the developed countries, in the big countries, and those big cities, but it doesn't happen here. But even if it does, you only see ones. You just in 1 out of 200. 1 out of 200. But it's okay. We give God all the glory because Africans are actually very strong people. They are godly people. Believe it. In case you don't believe in God, or whatever you believe, just believe something. Okay. All right, you're welcome back. Yes, we're here, and I'm very glad that I've been able to tell you the holiday that we've been having. And I told you awareness of the Autism Awareness Day, and I also told you about the other, what's it called? What did I even talk about? I almost missed that. Okay, Autism Awareness Day. And also, I did say some about the the National Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Okay, all right. So this is very important awareness that you need to get along with. All right. It's getting close to the top of the hour. Is Raheem, and then of course it's time for us to get into what we are supposed to do today. Get ready. I told you guys, top up your phones, and then of course we will have some conversation, you and me. I'm glad to have somebody who's going to be with me today. We're going to be talking about it's something that you might have heard somewhere, but it is a real life story, and it's something that we need to treat today. You know, the community, the community of the voice of the people. You guys, you have the voice of God. At the end of the day, it will be something that someone will need to pick from, learn from, and then so you don't, you don't make some mistakes. So you're going to be the one to bring your A game. Tell me exactly what you think about the situation and the advice and everything. It will be on you. So get your friends and your family around, and let's start talking. Okay, I'm going to be opening the phone lines very soon, but right now I need to tell you the situation on ground. Dear Ryan segment, don't forget, I got it later, a message from a young man. This is it. So give me your ears, please. I got a message from a young man who was based in another country, name withheld. Okay, and usually when they looking for wife, they come over back to the country, go to the villages, go see, those things in the village that they've not seen before for a long time, maybe before they travel, and then and this young man got married and took his wife to where he was, based outside the country. And then the young man got into trouble before he got into trouble. There was no complaint about his wife. There was no complaint, like, my wife is like this, someone is not doing great. You know what happens when a young man comes to get married here and take the wives down there, and before you know what's happening, they're the one ruling. And you know how it is in developed countries, that the women have more upper hands to do whatever they want to do, and if care's no taking. We've been hearing a whole lot of crazy stuff about some Nigerians, ladies, girls who go over there, who they marry and take them over there, and they divorce their husbands and try to live life. However, the story is somehow different. So give me your ears, okay? I'm just playing with words. So when this young man got married here, took his wife, and there was no complaint. His wife was doing great until the young man got into trouble. It wasn't him though. It was somebody who did something, and he was mistaken and was put in prison. He was locked up and put behind bars. And then it wasn't up to 6 months. The wife sold all his cars, this woman sold everything, almost everything that he had as property in that place while he was in prison. It was forlicking. She was actually forlicking with some particular guy, and later on packed her things and left to be with another man. 5-year sentence was given to this man, but later on they figure out that he was not the one. He was innocent. So they brought him out 3 years before the 5 years. He was compensated. He was brought out and it was compensated. But as God would have it, as he will have it, God did a great job upon his life, and he made a lot of money, more than before he got into prison. After he came out of prison, he made more money, got all his properties in double. The ones that the wife sold, every other thing, he got it in double. Now, the problem is, true life story, the woman is back, and the woman is actually begging for her to come back to him, or for him rather to accept her. The woman is begging. I don't know. What do you think? It's a true life story. It's something that is going on right now. We want to hear from you, the community, you're the voice of the people. I need to hear from you. What do you think? Be civil when you call in. As a matter of fact, I told you guys before that I have someone that will be with me here. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome Dozier!
Oh, thank you so much for the bell. Good evening, Lagos City. Good evening, Nigeria, and of course, every other part of the world where you're listening to us and where you're, watching us from.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Dozie, like you said, and I'm glad to be here.
Is there any other name? Because I don't know. You're a radio person. I couldn't figure out which is better, but I know we always have that razzmatazz.
Yeah. Well, popularly called Dozie.
Dozie. So I'm correct.
Someone that finds it difficult to call Dozie can just call Dozie. That's
all right. So yeah. I'm correct, right?
Yeah, very correct.
All right, Dozie. First of all, let's have a chit chat before we open the phone lines for everyone to start calling and tell us exactly what you think about the situation.
Okay.
You heard, and it's very simple. Do you want this man to go back? Do you want this man to accept the apologies from his ex-wife? Do you want him to get back his wife, or do you want him to get another woman? Straightforward. I just want to hear from you. What do you think?
Is that I guess that's not a yes or no answer. At least I have to say something.
You have to say exactly. Yeah, it's not a yes.
If it's a yes or no question, that will be putting me on the spot because
no, it's not. It's not a yes or no answer.
I understand. Well, such a situation, well, it would be better left for most of our listeners to say, but me not be. There's a way you stand somewhere and you get yourself roasted by some of the callers. So I think I have to just say, okay, fine. You want me to say it according to my own opinion, what I think about the whole situation. He was with the wife. There was no issue prior to his going to jail and all that. He was wrongfully accused and all that. And then the wife left. She didn't just leave, according to the story, right? She sold all the property. Yeah, almost all the properties
of
the property, and then she left with it. Well, I think if you ask me, I'll say that the one she sold, they should be enough for her to to move on. Because personally, as a person, I don't think I'll allow I'll allow her to be back since she settled herself. Gave herself the property, the money, everything. Well, she has hers and I have mine. For me, I wouldn't allow her to come back, but I'm not saying for him as a person he shouldn't. That's why I actually said my take here would not really be, because I'll come from my own. If I were to be in his shoes, I wouldn't say he should take her back or he shouldn't take her back. But for me as a person, it's grave to me. I see it as a grave stuff, as a grave offense. Instead of staying. It's 5 years. Come on, it's 5 years, and I don't think 5 years will be too much to wait for the husband. She can do a whole lot of things within that 5 years, but she should at least show that, okay, we are married. We said forever do we part, till death do us part, and the rest of them. Stand by him, visit him in prison, and all that. And if she also, as the wife, I think is also another reason why I feel I wouldn't let her back is we got married probably for some years before the incident, and probably we dated. I believe she should have known, okay, this is the husband I married. He is not someone I know that would have done such a thing, because the whole story told us that the man was actually innocent, which means he didn't commit the crime. So the wife should have known earlier that, okay, I know you can't say categorically that she should vouch for him or something, but at least to an extent you should know that, okay, I don't think he's capable of doing this. taking the case further, helping to get lawyer to go for appeal and reappeal and all that, just to make sure that she gets him out of prison and get justice for him. But she didn't even take any of those steps
at all.
She didn't even try to follow up the case to say okay, fine, let me see if there's any place this can lead us. But nothing of such was done by her, and then the only thing she thought of doing was to just walk away. Not just walking away, as when she just walked away, okay, someone will say okay, fine, she couldn't bear staying alone a whole 1 year, 2 years,
sold
3 years.
some of the
She felt lonely and all that,
properties.
but she went ahead to sell the man's property, and come on, it shows that was an intentional act from her. She actually wanted to leave. Probably the whole thing she sold, she has maybe exhausted or squandered all of them, and then she feels the need to come back and begging. Most times once they come down on their knees with the tears and all that,
you feel
they
sorry.
feel that it can move a whole lot of people. Not so many people that can move.
It can move.
Trust me.
Man, yeah.
No, it can. No. I don't think it can move, man.
No, but
Maybe let me say,
women
when it's genuine, it should move people. But why I say so is, if it's not really genuine, like in such a situation, any man that such tears moves, I don't know what to say, but for me it won't.
Okay, I think there's another twist to this. But first, before we get into the other twist, I would like to say that this is the reason why, obviously, from the storyline, you just know that the woman wasn't there for anything else than maybe because of his money and because of what she's getting.
Obviously.
Now, if you watch well and you listen very well, you will know that the woman does not have anything of her own. Because if you're leaving and you're selling the properties of your husband while he was in prison, it means that you are greedy and you don't have anything to show for it. That's why we say young women should have something doing. Have something doing. Do not depend on a guy. Because if she's truly having something to do, I mean, she's got money, she's got her own thing. She wouldn't move like that. She wouldn't sell those properties and move like that. She wouldn't do that. Okay, and she would have actually stayed, according to what you said, she would have stayed to support him. Now, another twist here is that this man initially had it in mind that he doesn't want to have anything to do with that woman. But because of he's a Christian and his pastor, the man of God that he listened to, that he obeys, always preach of do not divorce. Divorce is not good. So
okay.
Yes. Well, what do you say?
This is coming from the religious point of view.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
that's why I said that is what I would have done if I were to be in his shoes. But that doesn't mean that the man, I know he's actually seeking for advice, and the advice can also come in the form of, okay, if I were to be you, this is what I would do. But since you are the one, whatever thing you feel, based on what I've said and the reasons I gave, why I would have accepted her or not accepted her, now it's left for you to now decide. So in his own case now, he's now thinking a whole lot of things are involved. And trust me, it may not even be the pastor alone and the whole divorce story. It might also involve family members and people he respects so much.
Exactly.
So it is just up to him to still think about it. But for me, as a person, trust me, even the whole divorce thing, I wouldn't listen to it. Trust me, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't listen.
You know what it means? You know what it means? Do you know the trauma the guy went through? The only person that would have stood by him within that period of time is the wife, visiting at interval, trying to make effort to get him out of there. So many things she would have done to, and then she allowed you to pass through all those things alone. Imagine when he heard from whichever source he must have heard from, because I believe he heard about the selling of his property while he was in jail. It wouldn't be when he came out. So imagine getting to hear that while you were still there, based on something you knew he never committed. So he knew he was innocent. He knew he was wrongly convicted and then he also knew, or he found out, that the wife left, and he also, not just that she left, she sold all his property. All of these things would be on him. The pressure, the depression, a whole lot of things he must have passed through.
This kind of situation actually make people die inside of the prison.
That is it. You'll be thinking that you don't know that things like this, come on, is too much.
Okay.
It's too much.
All right. So let's open the phone lines now. I want to hear from you. 6 minutes gone past the hour, 10 o'clock, and it's the nighttime show. Raheem is here, and of course, Dozie is with me. We're doing it together. So please be civil. Call the numbers right now. I'd like Dozie to give us the numbers, and so the lines is officially open. Dozie.
Okay, 0700 903 903 903. That's for your calls. And then, of course, for your WhatsApp, you have 0817 1756338. I take that again. 0700 903 903 903 for your calls. And of course, you can send us WhatsApp message or call us via WhatsApp with the number 0817 175 6338.
Okay, now you got it. So I mean, it is for you. I always say, the voice of the people community is the voice of God. So the voice of the people is the voice of God. So come up with your advice. What do you think? What is your own? Don't say maybe because you heard from someone, or you heard from me, or you heard from Dozie, or you heard somebody actually call in, and then you want to follow that pattern. No. Talk about your own, check your mouth in your own. What do you think? If you were to be in the shoes of this young man, what would you have done? Would you listen to your pastor that says you shouldn't divorce? Or would you just say, no, this is beyond me. It's only God that can forgive her. Let me not do anything rational. Let me just leave and let her leave me in peace. So what do you think? Please call now. Don't call later. Call now, so that we can have a good, smooth and quick conversation. Okay, 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp call, you can do it on this number, 081 7175 6338. Thank God, Dozie, that this guy didn't die in prison.
Yeah.
A lot of people die in prison
out of frustration and a whole lot
exactly
of things,
when they hear that such thing happen. Can I imagine someone who you trust, somebody you believe that it's your everything, all of a sudden you just find out that the person is not. The first thing is going to come, you're going to have a high blood pressure, God forbid. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name?
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, it's Charles.
All right, Charles, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from
Ilasa. Okay, fine. All right, Charles.
This is first caller.
Oh, first caller. Ring the bell.
Ring the bell for you.
The blessing bell.
Welcome to Voice of the People.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Now I want to trip out in your program about the man who was in prison and his wife left him and some of his property.
Yes.
That woman is something else. That woman can keep man if he can accept her back. And number two, for the woman, better as she went out from the first place, she don't supposed to ask for forgiveness for coming back, because even though she came back, her mind won't be in peace in that marriage anymore. Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I heard.
Yeah. Her mind won't be in peace. Maybe within some months or a year, any matter across both of them, that would be a call on her mind.
Wow.
And she might think that, because of that thing that I did, my husband did this to me or that. So, since she had left that young man in prison, better she just find her own. I don't know what you're getting right. So.
I get you.
So if
she
I'm
should
in
just
the
find
shoes
a
of that
way.
young man,
She shouldn't come and beg for forgiveness. It doesn't make sense.
she does what she does supposed to.
Okay.
But if I'm the one, that that is my forgiveness is to let her go,
Mm.
to not even think about her anymore, to not ask of anything from her
So
out of the money that she sold the property for.
okay. So Charles, let me ask you a
Understand?
question. Yeah, I
I
understand
won't
you.
ask anything. I won't ask anything from her, but I just use it to settle her, and that is my own forgiveness to her.
Okay.
So
Okay.
thank you so much, sir.
All right. All right.
Let's tell that people.
Okay, fine. Let other person call. I actually wanted to ask you a
I think
question. Charles, don't worry. Just give me your ears as I ask the question. So maybe if you call the next time, you'll be able to tell me the question. I mean, answer the question. So the question is, you know that there's another twist. That the pastor to this man, he says he shouldn't divorce. So is he going to disobey his pastor? Christian is calling. Is he going to disobey his pastor? Does he? I don't know. I mean, you already said something about that.
Yeah.
Well, I think
maybe we can. Well, let's hear from him. Let's hear
okay.
from him.
All right. I have Christian, my man, my brother. How are you, Christian? You're welcome on board.
Hey, Rahim, hi.
What's up? What's going on?
I'm all good, man. Dozy, hi, good evening.
Good evening, Christian. How are you doing?
Yeah, cool, man. Nice to have you on board.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
All right, so I'll say this, yeah. First, let's start with the first one before we come to the pastor's side. So the thing is, when you were speaking, yeah, on this issue, it reminded me of 21 by 50 Cent. You remember that song?
Yeah.
Exactly. So the thing is, the mistake we men make sometimes is when we have money, some believe that money can buy love. With money, you can buy your way through things.
But let me ask you: can't money buy love?
No, I can't.
Are you sure? Because in Lagos,
Yes.
here in Nigeria these days, nobody gets along with, with somebody who doesn't have money.
And that's not true.
A woman doesn't want to know if you see. There's an article I read. That's what's trending now. We're gonna have a time to talk about it maybe tomorrow. A woman said he loves a cheating husband who is taking care of the family, her and the rest, than the one that is faithful and doesn't have any money, broke. How about that?
Okay, so the thing is, it's funny how people think that way. I can't blame that thought. But again, when I look at the likes of Whitney Houston, Chester of Linkin Park, the Michael Jacksons of this world, even some notable persons in Nigeria, there's a particular woman at that time, I've forgotten her name. She wanted to jump over the Third Mainland Bridge after spending 100 million naira on her wedding. She parked her Jeep on Third Mainland Bridge. She was going to jump. People grabbed her. She's very notable in the society. So she found out that her husband, who she was going to get married to, I think he impregnated somebody or something. So she was really devastated. These people have money. So it's easy, it's easy for someone who is poor to say, when I have money, I'll be happy, I'll be this. When you get to that saturation point, you now realize that, wow, I thought this whole money will make me happy. And that's why PDD said, the more money we make, the more problems we see.
Who's PDD? Don't mention PDD here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't mention him here. You know exactly what's going on in his life right now.
I do.
We don't.
But we can't throw away the message. Yes, the personality we get, but we can't throw away the message.
If you listen, I don't want to get into that topic right now. Okay. So,
you get. So my point is, when people say money is this, when you get to that point, do you understand? It's like when you say gold is everything, but when you get to the mind, where the mind is gold, it becomes nothing to you, because what you're fighting for, you're dying for, is an abundance in this particular country. So that's the way it is, yeah. So this guy marries this lady for whatever reason, takes her abroad, she meets with her friends, There's this social indoctrination. She's with bad friends. This and that happens. Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
So 5 years is a very, very long time. Do you understand? And I don't think the man had enough time to even study her. Do you understand? Because he would have even seen these signs, initially. Because I always tell myself I would never use money to attract a woman into my life. It has been my rule till today. If you want to like me for who I am, not because of what I'm giving. And when you come in and I see your true intentions, and you can now see my hand. So I won't take the woman back. And I don't even care what the pastor says. Where was this? There's this lady, this gospel singer that died. What's her name? I've forgotten her name now.
Which lady?
This popular. She's a gospel singer that died, I think last year.
Okay, yeah. What was her name again? That died in the plane?
No, not plane. Her husband was abusing her.
Oh, okay. That should be Ijeoma.
Yes, exactly,
okay.
Exactly. Yeah, she was beaten to death by her husband.
Yeah. I remember now.
You get that? So I'm very sure behind the scene, she also had pastors telling her, "Stay in your marriage. Don't break your marriage. You're a gospel singer, bro." I will move. See, as long as you become a threat to my life, like my life is involved, I will move away. I can forgive every other thing, but the moment my life is involved, I would move away. I don't even care what the pastor is even saying at that point in time, because it's my life you're talking about. And I'm saying this also because I have a friend of mine who had similar experience. I have friends who still call me and tell me, "Oh, my pastor said this. Christian, is this true?" I say, I'm not a pastor. But the truth is, what makes a pastor is the word of God. And if you can study it yourself, you'd really get to understand certain things for yourself. Because the word he's reading, you also have access to it. Understanding may differ, but if you read deep enough, you get a source of truth in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yes.
Yeah.
So the pastor speaking doesn't mean it is the voice of God. This is your life you're talking about. This same thing happening, you're speaking about, happened to my friend as well. Guess what? It wasn't her pastor that told her to get married to this guy. And she called me. She called me when they had divorced. When she was in the process of divorcing the guy, and we were very close friends from childhood. I now asked her, I said, "Dear, why didn't you call me when you met this guy? Like we are states apart, all right? But why didn't you call me when you met this guy? I will tell you if it's a yes or a no." He said, "No, but my pastor approved." I said, "I don't care what your pastor is saying. I don't care. Let us sit down and analyze this." So when we analyze this thing together, she now realized that the guy played into her life. Random guy says he's a pastor because she's a spiritual person, and she has always said she will not get married to a pastor. And I said, "Dear, you opened yourself so much to this guy, and what did he do? He had to play his way into what you actually want." They came to their pastor. Pastor, interviewed them. "Oh, he's a man of God, so good. Yeah, you guys are good to go." This marriage did not last 6 months. She later found out that the mother-in-law was diabolical, and they almost killed her. Almost. She escaped with her life. Wow. She was not asking me, "Should I go back?" You know what? I said, "My dear," I said, "if you die today, this world will move on, and they will bury you one side. Is that what you want?" She said, "No." "Then pretend that you are dead and move away, unless you don't like your life." It's very simple. Yeah. The same thing I will tell this man as well. Because one thing I know as an experience, when a woman does this kind of thing to a man, do you understand? When she comes back again, she's not coming back for forgiveness. She will come in to have enough information to finally destroy you. This has been proven several times.
Or probably to get access into the person's life and then do the worst.
Yes, and destroy you. I'm telling you, this is a theory that has been proven over and over again.
I know you read a lot of books, so I know about that.
So she's coming back. This is 5 years. This is not 1 year. 5 years. Do you know what character she has imbibed in those 5 years? Do you know who she has met in those 5 years? And if she's like our normal Nigerian girls who feel that money is everything, she will still come back, get enough information, probably poison you, gently, get all she wants, destroy you finally, and she will leave. So me, I won't take her back. I'm sorry. I don't care what my pastor says. It's my life I'm talking about.
Okay.
I mean, I'd rather spend my life speaking to Rahim and Duzier every Friday or this time than dead. You know, that kind of thing. So. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen, for calling. I appreciate you. Oh, man.
You see why Kristen was talking? Something actually came to my mind.
Okay.
I was actually wondering, don't you think this particular man should, if you ask me, because while he was saying something, I had to, something came to my mind. Like, don't you think it's possible that this lady in question even had a hand in this man's going to jail in the first place? No, I'm not saying that's the case. I mean,
you're opening
another twist.
It's
another twist. What if, like Christian said, the woman might, want to come back to gain access into his life again and then do something bad? And I began to wonder, don't you think she even had a hand in the first one that even happened in the first place?
Okay.
Just like he said, in this part of the world, we believe that, with money, we can be able to get anything we want, any woman, any type of woman, married, any type of, maybe she was even into the man's life in the first place because the man had the money, and then she knew the man would be able to take her abroad. Okay. Now she may be, as I'm actually speculating, maybe she did that to put him in trouble to get those things, and then now she wants to come back, seeing that the whole compensation stuff has made him even more wealthier, so as to have access to run him down the second time. I'm just saying, it's still possible. Anything can happen.
Definitely we will navigate that area, because it's very possible that it might be that the woman is the one who gave some information. Anything can happen. So let's hear from another caller. Hello. Hello,
good evening.
Good evening to you. What's your name and your location?
Okay.
Hello.
You will need to put down your volume, please.
Yeah, I've done that.
All right.
Name and location, please.
My name is Charles from White Sand.
Charles from White Sand. Okay, Charles, please go ahead.
Yeah, I've listened to both callers speak. From my own perspective, it's just straightforward. There's this new local lingo that they said, "Fear man, you know, fear woman." Strong.
Can you repeat that, please? Can you say that again?
Fear a man that does not fear a woman.
Oh, okay.
But it sounds better in pigeon, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Very strong and very powerful. Men, and they can do things. Okay, like right now, I have my own story, but that's just by the way.
Oh, okay. So you're going to tell us. You will tell us your story.
My entire life.
I think we're actually struggling to get him clear. Maybe he should start to know.
Charles, can you hear me?
Maybe you should call us back and
yes, I can hear you very well.
Charles, we're having a problem to hear you. We barely hear what you're saying. So, could you call us back again, please?
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me now?
Okay, just call us back, because we are struggling to hear you. Okay, so call us back again, all right? And please, I don't know, some places the network is crazy, but you can actually try again. Let's see if the network will be clear. 0700 903 903 903, as simple as that. And then if you're having any issues in calling direct in our direct call line, you can do a WhatsApp call or a chat on 081 7175 6338. Hello?
Hello, good evening, sir.
You're welcome, Madam Akuchinyere.
Yes, sir, I am, sir. Good evening.
Welcome on board.
Good evening, Mr. Chidor here. Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
Did I say you should call him Chidozie? His name is Dozie, and you're calling him Chidozie.
I called him the real name.
Don't do that.
Please.
Don't make me angry.
Igbo people don't call short name. We call.
Who told you that?
Please don't Akuchinye, don't mind rhyme. I love the fact that you called the name a fool. It made me feel.
You don't call Igbo name halfway. No.
Yeah.
Akuchinye,
I enjoyed it.
You don't know anything.
I enjoyed it. Please keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you
don't
so
know
much.
Yeah, and thank you. Thank you for what you have been doing on the ground to make us to be our voice.
I know you want to talk as if you know everything. Akuchinye,
Thank you so much.
go ahead now and talk.
Please don't mind him. He's being jealous. Don't mind him.
Yes, I know him. He's a jealous man.
Yeah.
I don't need you to tell me that he's
Jealous.
a jealous man. Greetings to everybody, to my friends home and abroad. Happy beautiful month to you all. Mr. I mean, this is my month, so I just want to be smiling all the way, okay?
Oh, okay. God bless you for your month.
My birthday is coming up. Let's do the things. And that very day will also mark me 1 year of being with VOP. Yes, a very good year.
Wow.
A very good 1 year.
Double celebration.
And I will never regret it, and nobody will make me to regret it.
No.
Yes.
Nobody
Mark
will
me
make
1 year. Now,
Yeah.
thank you. Back to the topic
Well,
on ground.
okay.
If I happen to be this man, if I happen to be this brother, the first thing I will do, I will, if I'll pay for her dowry, marry her according to the tradition, the thing I will do is to come back to her village, take one or two of my uncles or those people that know the way I married her. I will take them to her village, to her compound. Okay. Return. Let them know that I am coming to collect my bride price. Okay? The bride price that I pay on her head, I will let them know that I am coming to collect it back. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So that she will not stop me getting married to any other woman. Even though she has a child with me, that will not be a problem. I will not involve my children into it. I can also take care of my children, but she cannot stand in my way. She cannot come back to my life again. The only thing I own her is to be taking care of our child the way I can as a father. She can't come back to my life again. Neither will she be my wife. Because assuming that thank God that the man survives. Some people will go into something like that. Their notes will be loose for life. They will not even come back to their senses. So that is what I will do if I happen to be the man. Now back to the pastor second topic. If my pastor tell me that I am your pastor, I am your spiritual father, I will first of all ask him the things that is happening inside his own family. Am I there? Am I advising him what he used to do in his own family? I'm the one that get married to this woman, not my pastor. So I know what I passed through. So my pastor cannot come out and tell me what I don't know. Okay, I'll be the one to decide for myself. That is all I have to say.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Good night. Bye for now.
All right, Akuchinye, good night.
Thank you, Akuchinye. Akuchinye is a strong voice. There's sometimes I don't even know what to say, but it's okay. Everybody has his own submission, to this situation. I think it's clear.
But we are still yet to get someone
of
who's
course
on the opposing side.
I've not heard any. I've not heard any. And so literally everybody who's been calling has been saying the same thing.
Yeah.
It's quite painful.
We don't really want everybody to agree with us, but since it's an advice being given to someone, I think it's okay. It's okay. But let's take the course and see what comes out.
0700 903 903 903 is the number. Call in. Let us know. The WhatsApp call number is 081 7175 6338. I do it again, 081 7175 6338. That is for WhatsApp. And so there's been a lot of twists. You talked about if she might be the possibility that she's the one who actually met that guy to go into the husband to get into prison. You know, some women are like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of I don't know, seriously. So sometimes when all these things happen, you'll be wondering, you know, people who wants to get married, or maybe who have gone through that road before, and they're having faith, they're having this faith that they could do it again a second time and also get married to someone good. How do you eventually know the right person? Because this thing is not written on the forehead. How do you know the right person?
I think this thing is another topic to actually look into, because a whole lot of people keep asking that question.
But does it just go married?
How do you actually?
But
get
does
the
it
right
just
person?
go married? How did you see this one?
If I tell the story of my knowing that the person is the right person, well, it can happen in different ways for different people.
But some people don't.
Why will you call my name? Yes, I just got married, but I'm not the only married person.
But what I'm saying is that a lot.
Yeah, I understand where you're going to. Okay, let's take this call. Maybe we'll talk about that after the call. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
It seems the lines are breaking. Hello.
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
I can.
What's your name?
Charles calling back.
Oh, okay, Charles. You decided to call the WhatsApp line. Okay, fine. All right.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. I just calling now. Yeah, like I said, there are lots of things. Woman is a mystery. A woman can pretend to love you for 10 years and just do something evil to you in 10 minutes.
Wow. 10 years, 10 minutes. We're listening.
Do you get that?
Yeah, we're with you.
It's so absurd. Like it's so crazy. These people, they are a mystery. I just heard what you guys just said. There are lots of things. If that guy listens to his pastor and he's a good Christian, he has not known the Bible, he has not read the Bible by himself, sorry for that kind of guy. Because that guy is supposed to take out Bible reference and tell that his pastor, challenge that pastor now. If this man did not have this money for a second time, this wealth for a second time, I can bet my life that this lady won't even send her.
It's true.
Of course.
So I don't understand what you guys are saying.
It's very true.
It's just straightforward. It's just straightforward. These people, they are mysterious people. As in, man, I'm deeply hurt.
So Charles, I understand exactly where you're going to, but could you let us know exactly what you're going through? Just give us a little tip. Let's understand.
I started a life with a lady. She came into my life, into my family with a pregnancy, and a Ghana must go back.
Okay.
Hello, Charles.
A year later, like this year, maybe it's network. Yeah, Corona period, we struggled together. After Corona, we tried to recover. All this while, the mother didn't have a place to stay. From Omugwo that she came, my wife pleaded with me for her to stay. She stayed with all forms of objection I didn't want. I went out listening to friends like, Oga, at the first mistake you won't do, let me be that. I was like, but this is my wife. We don't have anywhere to stay. The pressure will be on me. Like, they were tasking me like, bring money now, so rent house for this woman now, so she'll leave. I didn't have that. I said, okay, this is a sacrifice. Please stay. Okay, from there they stayed. We struggled the corona together. We grind. Everywhere was smooth. We had one or two arguments, in and out of it, but we were cool. After corona, okay, we started getting our feet together. I was the only one taking care of the family and stuff. Okay, because of the pressure, I had to get something for my wife to do. 3 times. I got a job. 1 year she lost the job. I got another job from January to December. She lost the other one. Then we had a big break on our third job. The money wasn't too much, but she was getting 1 or 2 side rackets. Before you know what's happening, Mama changed her for me inside house. I was shocked. There's no kind of thing she did not tell me. Okay, what happened? January, she gave birth. My son's birthday, she went out. She went to her shop. She had opened a provision store. She went to a store. She came. Mama was still staying for the second of Mugwo, definitely, because we rented an apartment close to us. It didn't take up to 6-7 months. There was issue again from that place. They were complaining up and down. She still came back for Mugwo 1 year. And I didn't like I wasn't comfortable with it. She was putting pressure on me, telling me things that were not nice. And there's no format that I did not do. I quarreled with her. I settled with her. I gave her space. It's okay, I now resolved that I will give her space since last year. If she's in the house, I'm not at home. If she's at the shop, okay, I'll just manage to be at home. If I just come in, I just want to sleep. Like, I don't want her to feel her presence somehow. I didn't know these people, they will go to my matrimonial bed, finding something to gossip every night. What are these people discussing? The woman in the area has spoiled my reputation, my integrity, because she causes trouble a lot. Is that your mother-in-law? Is that your mother-in-law? They'll quarrel with me. I was like, okay, please, sorry. I'll apologize to those people. Come home. I spoke to her once. She doesn't listen. Instead, she wants to tell me something back. I was like, what is it? Did I marry mother and child together? Please, don't laugh. It might sound crazy, but it's true.
It's
a kind of toxic relationship. I was deeply hurt when I was beginning to enjoy, like, okay, daddy this, daddy that. I was doing my best. We're doing things. Then behind it, I'll be thinking every night, what kind of toxic relationship is this? My wife started disrespecting me, showing me 1 or 2 attitude. Later, she'll be a good woman. Later, she'll just snap and just do one crazy thing. As a man, I was dying inside, deeply, in silence. I was like, what is this? What kind of life is this? What did I sign up for? Okay, I said, okay, let's still be managing the situation. I just came in one day. We had a little argument. The mother-in-law just came in, and the sister. They just interceded in the argument. I said, man, this is man and wife argument. They started packing our things. They packed everything, even with the bed. As I'm talking to you, and I'm lying on the floor of the house, what I built for 5 years.
I don't understand.
These people, I don't understand women. They are crazy people. Now I've dealt past the hot and everything, so I'm just trying to just be my best self. But instead, you left the house. I said, this is why you are leaving the house. Come after you. I don't like this. And that day, I prayed that morning, Lord, let your will be done. What is this? Because I had foreseen it. Before you know what's happening, I just stopped things and left the house. I went to call my elder sis, telling her that I pushed them out of the house. I threw her things out of the house. We had an argument. Still, as regards this parking issue, okay, I admit, I erred. I corrected my mistake. They just carried the stuff on their head, started packing everything that we built together, things that we added money we bought, things that I bought, okay, for the children and everything.
How many kids do you have?
I think 2.
2, a boy and a girl.
Okay. Wow.
A boy and a girl. So it's so touching. When I hear a situation like this, it's crazy. It only sums up what I have in mind like this. What I have, it's crazy. It just sums it up. Like, these women are just insane. So now, I have a couple of ladies like running after me, but funny enough, when I try to just look there from afar, I'm just looking at them in that same light, like they are no different from this other crazy.
Exactly.
So what is it?
Exactly. That's exactly
I know
what's going to
different from
happen.
this crazy woman.
That's
I'm
exactly.
chatting with one right now. One is using advantage of the issue with 2 children. She has not mentioned anything about that her husband. Instead, she's telling me, I still love you. I was like, wow. Okay, let's just play this game. Let me see how it pans out. I went to do a job today. One babe has been lighting me in the side, like everything. Before you know, buy me food now, buy me food, buy me food, buy me food. I was just looking at her, trying to observe her, study her. This girl.
Okay. Is okay, I think there's a network problem. I think it's pretty much awesome you telling us your story. I actually wanted you to tell us your story. Let's know how to connect it to what's going on with this young man that we're talking about his story tonight. Hello, Charles. Can you hear me? Hello?
I'm with you, but the network, yeah.
Yeah, the network is real bad. I say thank you for sharing. And, it's not easy to share this kind of stuff. Are you with us? Hello?
Yes, I'm just looking at it like it's so crazy, normal, and insane with women. They can just wake up and just do anything absurd. Like, seriously, who does that?
Yeah, I mean, you know the saying that there's a saying that that says women has something that looks like, like this wild evil inside of them, every one of them. When the time comes, they snap out, and then if the man does not have the power to control it, it's gone. So I mean, Giles, I want to thank you for sharing with us. Thank you so much. And then your take is you shouldn't. Okay, that's a bad network.
Yeah.
Your take is on this situation right now, the man shouldn't even think of getting the woman back. And that's your take, because everybody is actually saying the same thing. And no one is actually disputing it. So I'll love to hear something different.
Good evening, Rabban. Good evening, the guests. My name is Shego. I'm calling from Missoula.
Okay, Shego.
Shego from Inshallah, welcome.
Yeah, I've listened to Child's story. You see, the thing is at the both sides.
At both
We have
sides.
some men that, yeah, we have some men too that are beasts. They can hide their character. And we have women too that are mystery. Are you getting me? I may not be able to, because I'm a victim too. I'm a single father that have got divorced for more than 7 years. Are you getting me? So that is why I say it's both sides. Human being, we are terrible people. Are you getting me? Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, we're with you. We're with you.
Yeah, so we are terrible. We are terrible. We are terrible species.
So
The
so
only
so
thing I should is,
so since human beings like women are very terrible, it does it mean that we're not gonna get married anymore?
that is where I'm going.
Okay.
It's prayer.
Okay. With prayer.
Prayer. But your connection with God. No pastor will pray for you. No prophet will pray for you. You will be the one to pray for yourself, and with God intervention, you get your own rightful. So that is what I have to say, Mr. Rahman.
Okay.
God, we have terrible people, leopard, hyena, lions out there that are roaming out there looking for people. That is my question.
All right. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
Thank you.
Chris think is calling back. I think he's got something to say.
Hello, Chris.
Yeah, hello, hi.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks. So, yeah, this is not to talk about what I said before. It's just to quickly let me contribute to the new topic that Ryan subtly, introduced. So I'll just say my own points.
Which one is it?
based on
Which one is it?
Child story. I think that's what he means.
Okay, it's the child story. Yeah.
No, not child story.
Oh,
You
okay.
said something about how do you choose the right partner?
Oh,
That was the
okay,
question,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
Good.
okay.
How do
Yeah,
you
that's a
choose the
topic
right
for-
partner?
Uh-huh.
That's a new topic.
Okay, so the thing is, so I would just use my own experience. All right. So when it comes to women, I've never been unlucky.
You?
Did you get that? Yeah, I've never been unlucky.
Please,
I've
please.
never.
We that is not lucky. We need people like you to come and tell us what to do.
To cut so for them.
Cut
Okay, so
soap.
that's some so there's some things I can only say to guys. Like, yeah, I won't say to women for certain reasons. So I'll just speak generally, but for my guys, there's some things I just tell them. I can't start saying that, so we don't let the cat out of the bag.
Based on broken
So that-
level.
Yeah, because sometimes some women can morph themselves into this character to deceive men when they understand these things. So I'll just speak at a general level. So the first thing I do is this Proverbs 31. I tell people is the first place you go to. Proverbs 31. It gives you what. So imagine God had created you, Ryan, as a man, and you're destined to get married. You don't have a father, you don't have a mother, you don't have a mentor. The question you're asking yourself in this life is, how do I meet the right woman? Your first source, without pastor's intervention, go to Proverbs 31. It gives you a template on the kind of woman you should get. So you pull all those you put all those things into a to-do list. She might not meet all of them because we're not perfect, but it gives you an idea of the kind of woman to look out for. One, I would never take a woman who's materialistic. It doesn't take time before they show themselves. I would never take one that's materialistic. All right? Love is a two-way thing. Like I tell people, you can't love without giving. Giving is one of the fundamental tests of true love. And it's not about giving from your excess. A man who has 1 million naira and is giving you 20,000 naira, that is not giving. So you're giving even way above your means in finances, in time, in affection, in care, in calls. Because not a selfish person cannot keep up with those kind of things, because when you get along the way, you would wear out. Do you understand? There's a certain level someone can pretend to. If you put them through the litmus test, I'm telling you, they'll wear out. That's why even Abraham was God's friend, but God still put him under the test.
Yeah.
So you must test love, and you must test it through fire. Not just I love you, I love you. I don't believe in all those rubbish. That's why I don't like romantic movies. It's all infatuation. So you must test love and test it through fire.
But the question is, does love exist? Forget about the agape love. Does the love in this world exist? Is it not lust? Because everything that you're talking about, most of the thing I see is not love, is lust.
No, it does exist. It's just that the lust part has clouded the real thing. And because yes, it does exist.
When a woman says he wants a man who has a big bola, how do you now? When you now check and you find out that the man does not have big bola, you will now leave to another man. That is a I don't know which word to use. That's a wrong. That's demonic.
Yes, it is.
I don't want to use that word, but then
see, Ryan.
Yeah.
See, if a woman truly loves you, whether your bola is big or small, no, whatever, if you guys copulate, that moment becomes one of her best because it transcends beyond what you have underneath. She loves you, she loves your soul.
It's difficult to find someone that's that is not thinking about big bola, that's not thinking about money, that's not thinking about, I mean, the world is crazy.
No, see, understand this template. I'm telling you, if anybody can get this template right, they will make the right choices.
I want to get it right, because I want to get married this year, like those years.
Good. So Proverbs 31 is one. Then secondly, you also itemize your virtue as a person. This is where energy is very important. So you do a checklist of yourself. What kind of person am I? Am I a giver? You write it down. Do I care about people? I write it down. Do I go all out for people? You write it down. Can I do anything for anyone? You write it down. What is my weakness? Offending people? I write it down. Do I have compassion? I write it down. When you write these things down, you must get someone who matches the same thing. That way your energies will complement, because if you have someone who has the opposite of it, you would suffer for it. I'm giving you my template, and this same template is what I also use in making friends. None of my friends are suckers. When I mean suckers, I'm talking of blood suckers or energy suckers. Let me give you an instance. My laptop got stolen one day in my house. It got bubbled. It got my laptop, my iPhone, everything got stolen, and I had to go to work the next day. I just called on my guy. I said, "Gee, how far?" They just bust my house, and I get pretty sure I want to sharp finish. He said, "Come to my house now. Come and take one laptop." He gave me a brand new laptop, which I'm still using to today. These are my guys. You know why? Because we are givers in that circle.
Wow.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I do.
When he lost his child, he was trying to gather money here and there. He called me up. I sent money to him in 6 figures. Guy, take this one, because we don't look at this thing as anything. So imagine if
you have a strong support system, though, and I think it's a template that's doing it. Hello, Christian, are you still there? Are you there? No?
Hello, Chris. I think his network.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can get you.
I said before you continue, we're saying that your support system is very strong, and
it has to be,
and it's because of the templates you're pulling up, and that's really good.
Yeah. So if you have that template in mind, so if you're looking for a wife, even if, and again, one thing again, please, people who are listening, guys who are listening, this. Never tell a girl you like her. The first thing you should do is be her friend. Don't be too nice. Never be too nice. Just flow in the circle. Be in her friend circle. Call once in a while. Just be there. Laugh with her, but don't be too nice. When you do this thing, she sees you as like a bro. She can just open up to you,
Word.
Blah blah blah.
Word.
That way, you're able to. I'm giving my template now.
Good.
You're able to understand the kind of person you're dealing with. My guy who got married, when he was in school, he got married recently. When he was in school, he said, man, that the girl he got married now, no, he could swear that nobody would have guessed that she's one, because when it was his escapades in school, that this particular girl was just around them, you know. So when the guys gather, the girl is always, they say tomboy, then he would always tell her, man, I just lashed this baby, sweet, I do this one, no, that one. Despite that, that girl still like that guy, and she still married. So she saw other sides beyond all those things. So it's the same thing guys should always. But when you see a lady, you want to impress her. You want to impress her, bro. You want to impress a lady.
to be a Mr. Nice Guy.
Bro, they don't like nice. They don't like nice people. Oh, Jesus is Lord.
I think
Mr. Nice Guys.
but it's true. When I was a little kid, when I was still a teenager, I actually learned that long ago when I was a teenager that you must be the one that has the head, the nutcase head. That's the bad boy kind of stuff is the one that the girls like. And then I've actually seen it happen like that all my life. I was being crazy when I was a teenager, grew up like that, and I find out that even my friends, their girls, I was the one eating them up because I was the one that actually behaved like and they all love the wild bad guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You get it? Yeah. I have a friend like that. I mean, they've ripped his heart until he met me. They ripped, like when a lady rips into your heart and takes out your heart, then stabs it, then cooks it and eats it. The guy has been through hell with several women. So this is just a bit of a template. It also applies with making friends as well. If you understand this template, trust me, the moment you're with a lady or ladies, your template in your memory, check, no, I can't stay in this kind of place. But you will feel it that this is not my kind of person. I don't want this kind of person. But when you just go to the village, one woman will just recommend somebody to you. Say, Mr. Ryan, welcome. I heard you're a big man in Lagos. Will you marry Nkechi? She's a very fine girl. When you've not tested her energy, if it matches with yours. That kind of thing. So that's what I have to contribute on this. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Wow. So
your question has been answered.
Anyways, a lot of people out there definitely will want to debunk that.
Just like I
said, they
said,
wouldn't want to listen.
The whole "how do you know the right person" stuff is actually a vast discussion. It's just like Chris has said. Someone else also there are so many ways. There's so many things people can tell you how you can get the right person and the rest of them. So it's actually going to be vast. But I think is good to also remind them that we're still talking about the young man that just
exactly.
So they know the whole story that we're still talking about.
So for those who say, let's do a recap, because I know them, I can feel them from afar. Let's do a recap again about the situation that we're treating tonight. Is about a man, a young, vibrant man who lived outside the country, outside Nigeria. He came here to get married. He married and he took his wife away down there. And then, of course, for the first couple of months, there was no issue. The woman was doing great, was doing well until it was mistaken for somebody else. This mistaken identity, and, he was being accused of something he didn't do. He was put in prison, behind bars. And let me say it again, because a lot of you don't know. You didn't hear me well when I said he was given the term. He was given to serve in prison terms 5 years, but he did not stay till 5. I don't want to make that correction while you guys were talking, but he stayed 3 years. 3 years out of 5 year sentence that was given him is just too much. It's just too much for a man like that, for something he didn't do. Now, as he got into prison, before 6 months, the woman has sold all his cars, most of his properties, almost everything, and left to be with another man. Now, God has helped him. This young man in prison is out now and richer than before he got into prison. He's now richer now. And a woman is coming And he was even compensated for all the troubles and all the years that he's been in prison.
Heavily.
Heavily. The man is richer now, richer than before. He has replaced everything like Job, everything in double. Now the woman is saying, please forgive me. I want to come back to your life. What is your say, please? I want to hear from you guys. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good. This is my brother. What was that name again? I can't remember.
Originality.
Originality. Calling from New York, right?
Calling from California.
California. So sorry. All right.
Oh, you good? The topic today is quite interesting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. In the search of a loved one, probably in search of a wife,
Yeah.
a life partner, it takes a lot, but it's very simple.
Okay.
There's a lot of things the lady wants. Just like when you meet a lady and you want to begin to spoil her with money, they look at you as a mugu. That's what you're doing is not really what they want. They might get married to you anyway, but they are not really marrying you because of who you are.
Okay.
They are marrying you because of what probably you can offer, and when those things are not there, so the relationship begins to get careless. But sometimes lady comes in and then begin to develop love, even once what they comes in or they really come for as truly loving you. But when they comes in and begin to see what you have as the characters and they might install. But firstly, let me when you are talking about to get the most people, the Christians, they thought that when they sleep and they as God will show them their someone they're going to marry, and when they wake up, say, "Oh, I saw it, I got it." You're lying. That's never what God. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's most of the pastors even made the mistakes. That's why most of them forget about you see them in the pulpit with their wives smiling. Most of their homes are on fire.
Exactly.
I'm telling you the reality.
True.
Yeah, most of the families are on fire because they failed to do the right thing. Psychologically, there's what you call temperament in psychology. But let me bring it closer to Bible. Bible says that he that findeth a wife findeth good things. And Bible says he shall obtain favor from the Lord. So now it is what you find that God will favor you with. Is the practical. That is just like some people, people are going from one business to another, trying to build yourself, and you're going from one church to another because you want a miracle money. Is that you think that God is stupid? God wants you that by work the hand, So it is what you find. The temperament on what Bible says that you're gonna find a Christian. Okay, from Christendom, you start looking for who likes what you like. Who likes what you like? If you marry someone who you are putting, in the first place, because you can't comfortably stay with a person when you're staying with somebody who doesn't like what you like. They call it temperament. Just like, let me give you an example, because I'm the one that talks too much. There's some lady that cannot condone a man that talks too much. You understand?
It's true.
You say you are. Why are you talking too much? You're talking too much. So you'll be irritated anytime he's with you.
Yeah.
There's the ones that laugh too much, just smile too much. You are. Why are you laughing? You're not serious about your life.
It's
That's not see. This common thing. You call it a temperament. Those things you cannot change. This is who you are.
Exactly.
So you'll be able to. That's why you need to cut. Don't just. Sometimes they will tell you, when you have a sister, a lady you want to marry, you come with the sister once in a while to come and check on you. You are deceiving yourself. Don't worry. That time, all those things you are doing at the church will not be there to save you. They will only come and counsel you. Are you guys going to stay or not? I'm telling you, you need to work it out. You need to know if this lady really likes what you like, or if it's something to ladies. I get me. So able to pass all those things, and they like what you're doing. You can do. It's a common thing. That's what I did before I got married. What I got married through Facebook. Facebook is today is my best, and because of it, gave me a real wife. You know what my heart desire.
For real.
You know? I didn't my lady, but I'm telling you, I know the family. I know the problem. First time I spoke with her, I didn't know her. I don't know any family. I get to me because she was small then when I was with the brother, because I and the brother went to same high school, same secondary school. Yeah. So she didn't know me. I didn't know her. But immediately I met her, she was about to get. She just got admission into nursing school. I told her, hey, if you don't mess up, I'm gonna marry you. Then I don't know, that was a promise. But if it pass, then I start to view her. What I do, I want to know if I begin to whatever I do, that's I step compatibility, you know, between me and her. And again, I said, okay, let me try her on marriage issue. You know what? I have my bank. You know, it's so risky. You risk certain things to get it right. She became my bank in Nigeria. You know, I keep sending her money. Every damn thing I do it to her. I want to know if, because if the type that likes money, I get to me. When you send the money, I get you're going to use it to tell you bullshit. Because I knew of a friend, when we knew this, the guy gave his girlfriend money to, you know what? The girl went and used the money to buy a lot of hair and buy a lot of what they do buy. And you know what? They buy the girl, when she was coming back, she bought a short knicker, pants for a guy. The guy. And he gave the guy, when the guy was very happy that the girlfriend bought her
boxes.
And someone was meant, and when the lady find out, guy now find out even the payment for rent that she used and buy part of it or buy her, you know, so that she will not you will not complain. You see what I'm saying? So I was doing it. I found out that even the money I sent to her, okay, I was saying, okay, baby, please take money from here and do this thing. You tell me no. It's not meant for my own needs. I get to me. So that okay, whenever you get money, send to me. I'm gonna touch this money because you use it for a specific something. I get to me. That's why I begin to know that this. I get to me. So, please, my people, don't just sit down and begin to say that God will show you the way. You need to work it out because it is what you find there that God will bless you with.
Exactly.
Go out there. Lady that likes what you like. It might not be that beautiful. It might not be that what I get to me. What, but this you're gonna like. What you need is a peace at home. If you can get it right, you will live long.
Word.
But if you make the mistake and marry someone you are talking about does not hedge, it's bad. People call it no. If you the wrong person, I get to me. So now it's giving you headache. I'm telling you. So now and again, you guys when you got married, make sure be careful of what you told the lady. But the lady is like multiplier, you know. If you give a lady a home, give a lady a house, she will multiply it and give it a home.
Yeah.
I get it. If you give a lady 10,000, she will multiply. If you give a lady, you multiply it and give you a piece. If you give a lady trouble, she will multiply it and give you wahala.
Wahala promise.
I get it. And promise, make sure everyone giving it, because you're gonna get it double. I want to use it to teach you guys. You guys are doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah?
Thank you so much.
Keep talking, okay?
All right.
Yeah, the message.
You
God
too.
bless, bro.
God bless you.
Good night.
Originality. Thank you so much for calling in. Although some areas was a little bit difficult because we were finding it very difficult to hear him. The network, the signal. However,
I think something is actually happening outside there. Maybe it's raining. Who knows? It's even affecting, the TVs.
Maybe.
And the rest,
Okay. All right. So we got more callers. We want to hear from you. Hello. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Peace promotion.
Peace.
Christian.
All right,
Chris,
Christian. This is another
welcome,
Chris.
Chris.
All right, Chris, you're welcome.
Yes. So if I am the guy, I will not let that girl again. I will not wait for her again.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I say if I'm the guy, I
Okay.
will not allow the girl to come to my house.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't allow her. Okay. What
Why?
was your
Too
reason?
wicked. Women are too wicked. Too wicked. You come back to arrange herself where I'm doing more than the one you did before. So I will not allow her to come to my house again. Telling you.
So you need to speak up a little bit so we can hear you clearly, Chris.
Too wicked. If I allow her to enter again, she will do more than that. The one she did before.
Okay, okay. So,
Thank you.
okay, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
I think we have another caller there.
Okay, I think my man,
Hello.
King Remy, calling from East London.
Yeah. I look, Jesus has resurrected. Man. Yeah. Nothing shall make me go back to my old way. Hello?
Oh my God. Remy, we're here.
Hello?
Yeah, Remy,
Yeah, we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you,
you.
Remy.
We can hear you.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I will not sin again. Yeah.
No, you don't need to sin again. You are forgiven. Jesus is
Okay.
risen.
Exactly. The thanks for doing a great job. I hope you had a good Easter celebration.
No. In this country, there's nothing good anymore. But we are still strong. We're good. We're good. Just kidding.
Hello, Remy.
Are you sure he's not running in?
It seems something is
I think
seriously wrong somewhere.
I think.
You know,
Okay, we lost another call
Yeah.
too. I mean, like
0700
yeah, exactly.
903 903 903. That's the number to call. And of course, if you want to send us a message on WhatsApp, or you call us via WhatsApp on 0817 175 6338. I take that again, 0700 903 903 903 for your calls, and of course 0817 175 6338 for your WhatsApp messages and call.
All right, Remy, you're welcome back.
Hello.
King Remy. What's going on? The network is crazy. Hello.
I'm back.
All right,
Oh, I
thank
can
God
see
you're
you're
back.
Yeah. I mean, no, you didn't see the
Oh, this is.
Well, I don't know what exactly is going on. The network is bad. Okay, that means. All right, so the network is really bad and is actually affecting almost everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna be quick while you can still hear me.
Okay.
I think
Why now?
that guy will be dead. He is dead there trying to run. Okay.
Oh,
Let that go.
It's not connecting at all.
hello, Remy. I think we need to let him go so that he will call back. Let's see if the network will be
Okay.
a bit friendly. You know.
All right, Remy, maybe you need to call back again. Remy from I like to provoke him from East London.
Actually, I love his spirit. I love his spirit.
I love to provoke him. I think he's actually calling from North London. And but you know, when I say East London, it's as if I'm trying to drag him back. So let's see if Remy's going to call us back again. But then you, who's around here, you can actually do us do us a call on 0700 903 903 903. Still talking. We still want to hear from you. We want to know exactly what you think about this situation and this treatment that we want to be giving to this man who, his case is what we're treating tonight. Okay. Uh-oh. Remy wants to call directly. Okay, Remy, if you want to call directly, no problem. I think you can. You're a big guy. You can do it. All right. So you can call if the WhatsApp line is not going through. If the WhatsApp is the network, I can see the signal. The network is crazy. So I mean, you can. I don't know what's wrong with the service providers, but you can call the direct line 0700 903 903 903. All right. Hello. What is your name, please? Where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Namaka, calling from Oshodi.
Okay, Namaka, is this your first time?
Yeah.
Your first
So
time?
if I was to be the guy. Hello.
Is this your first time?
Yes, I'm a first timer.
Oh, of course, we have to ring a bell for you. Welcome to Voice of the People.
So
Namaka.
if I was to be the guy, I won't accept the woman back.
Why? What's the reason? Hello.
What's your reason?
Oh, she's gone. Thank you so much, Namaka. She actually called to tell us her.
That's fine.
Yeah, which is very okay.
Okay, so I mean that was sharp and precise.
No long talk.
No long talk. And then you see a woman. She's the only woman that's called us today, right? To tell us that if she was to be in a man's shoes, she would intercept the woman back again, forever. Hello, what is your name,
Hello,
please?
good
Yeah.
evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Grace calling from Ikeda.
Who?
Grace.
Chris.
Grace, Grace,
Oh, Grace.
Grace.
Grace. Is this your first time, Grace? Is your first time?
About that guy, I love your I thank God I'm able to get you people this night.
Oh, thank you so
I
much.
love the program. But now you cannot tell somebody what to do about relationship because everybody's after one thing or the other.
Ah.
They don't really know what is love
Oh,
and what
that's-
is relationship nowadays.
Oh, okay.
That's one point. And about that man, if it's God help him to come out and keep him alive, and that's soulful man, even though it's angel or whatsoever it is, he should run away for his own life and forget about soulful man. I don't say you should not forgive her.
Okay.
You can forgive her, but let him run away and go very far from such a person. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling.
So much, Grace. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
Women are calling now.
I
Please,
think
all the
we
women.
have about 3 or 4 of them that have actually called, and in fact, we've not really gotten anybody, coming from the opposing side of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody
No one is
actually
opposing
saying-
this.
Yeah.
And
well, we'll still have some time to take more calls, so we'll see if anybody is going to say no. I think he should take her back. Let's see if we get someone like that.
okay. So I mean, I know definitely someone's gonna call because they've heard you say that. 11 o'clock hour is the time when I find out that a lot of people, after they have watched all the soap operas finish, and I start calling. I know you guys. Anyway, 0700 903 903 903, and the WhatsApp line is 08171756338. Remy, please do call back. I want to hear from you because I know you have a radical way of, you have a radical opinion. Hello, what is your name?
My name. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Sorry, we didn't get your name.
My name is Ibrahim. I'm calling from Jiggle.
Oh, Ibrahim, please go ahead.
Thank you. I was just listening to your program this night. This is my first time caller.
First time caller.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank you.
welcome to Voice of the
Thank
People.
you. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're
very much.
welcome.
All right.
I just want to shoot mouth to this matter. You see, this life, pertaining to what happened to that man, God just used that lady as a stepping stone for the man. Because sometimes if something happens, you don't need to blame each other. Everything has already been written in destiny. Just get me. But that woman is just a coward. Pertaining to this issue of relationship stuff, you see, this generation nowadays, I always see it, and I've learned a lot of lessons because as I have now, actually, I'm still single because
You're scared.
with hello,
You're
hello,
scared.
can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Uh-huh.
So you're scared.
Okay, thank you very much. So the way God created me, I'm a kind of person that normally have focus before I do anything. I don't fall in love anyhow because such thing has already happened to me. So now I'm using my own life, and I always try to be careful in whatsoever that I'm doing, pertaining to relationship stuff. So it makes my eyes to be well open and reason positively. And that is what is causing a lot of short-term relationship, even in marriage. Even if you look at it after this generation started from 2000 millennium, from 2000 down, you can discover that there is a lot of single mother, single father, because we don't really study ourselves before we enter relation. We always believe that everything is money.
Exactly.
Are you listening to this, sir?
Yeah.
So it makes me to be well conscious and well understand. So, sir, we just need to be careful. It's not a matter of how far, it's a matter of how well. May God Almighty help every one of us. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling in. Wow. There's something he said that actually caught my fancy, caught attention. Okay, there's too many things in my head I want to talk about, but let's keep taking calls. 11 o'clock hour, we get a lot of calls. Hello, what's your name, please? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
We can hear you. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Okay. So, I mean, that definitely is network problem right there. But, we've been getting a lot of submission. Okay, I think let's see if we can try and pick this call before we start talking. Hello?
Hello?
Good evening.
Can you hear?
Remy, you're back. But
Yeah, I'm back through the backyard.
to the back, yeah, I can see that through the backyard. You're back to the backyard. No problem.
It seems a little better now.
Yeah, seems to be a little bit.
Quite better.
So you see, number one, that guy would be dead if he dare bring back the woman.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
he will be dead. He will be dead. He will be dead. So if he does not want to live long, that's the easiest way for him to cut himself short. So that's that. Now the problem here for me, you see, I have a belief that there isn't a simple or one template process of in love and peaceful on both sides. However, I think for men, it is important not to try too much. It is important not to protect your wealth, not to protect just the money in your pocket, and also to be realistic.
So okay. Now I get it. Remy, are you there? Now I get it. It's very obvious. Okay, so I think there's a lightning.
Either it's raining or about to rain, something like that.
Well, because we just heard a lightning, serious one, and I think Remy, doers, maybe you can call back after some time. Let's see if it's really going to be clear. And okay, so let me pick another call. Hello, caller. What is your name, please?
Hello, Rai.
Yeah.
How are you?
My regards to everybody in the studio. I love your best too.
Okay.
This is my first time. My name is Goze. My name is Goze from Akowo 100.
Oh, Goze, welcome to Voice of the People.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I always stay in the comfort of my zone, and I enjoy every night out. You know, you are fantastic in terms of your presentation and everything. Trust me, I know millions of people listening to me right now. I mean, I want to key into your erudite. You know, you are an erudite scholar. You are too good, you know, in terms of your presentation pertaining to 9 o'clock down till midnight or something. You're good. Take my word for that. And Mr. Remy called. You know, Mr. Remy has been someone I listen to most of the times on other stations too. He calls from Tottenham. You know, Can you hear me? Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's a fantastic man too. I listen to him in other radio stations when he calls sometimes, you know, last year or other times. Right? So, but let me say something. I actually wanted you to just give me a repetition of tell me the storyline again, and then. But from what Mr. Remy said, I think I overheard him saying something pertaining to someone that can hurt you or that could hurt a man if he ventures go back to the woman or vice versa or something. You know, I'm just trying to get the storyline. No, I'm not actually getting it correctly.
Okay.
But if I don't think you can give me a clue or something. You know,
okay, so I'm going to give you a recap according to some callers. They call it recap. So I'm going to do it real fast. There is a man who came down here to get married. He was based outside the country, so he came here. He got married, and he took his wife down there. And then it wasn't too long. He got into certain kind of trouble that he didn't do. It wasn't him. It was kind of like a mistake or mistakenly identity. It was actually mistaken for another person who committed a crime. He was put behind bars, and the terms given to him was 5 years, but he came out 3 years after. Now, before 6 months, his so-called wife left. He was still in prison before 6 months. His so-called wife sold almost everything he had, almost all the properties and everything, and left to be with another man. Now, 3 years afterwards, they now figure out that he's not the one who did whatever, the crime. He was being compensated. You know how they do it in different developed countries. In here, nobody will compensate you if not Niger. No way. In fact, you will serve your attempts to the end. No, but it's crazy how Niger laws and how things happen here. So he was compensated. He came out of prison. He's now blessed. He's now richer than before. Now his wife is coming back to say, sorry for what I did. I want to come back to you. Forgive me. So we are asking a question. Do you want this man to go back? Do you want this man to get this wife back? Or he shouldn't? Because, of course, the man is also saying that his pastor says that, he's always preaching and say, no divorce, you shouldn't divorce. But he doesn't know what to do. So he's thinking, what are people saying? What is your advice? What is your submission about this? What is your thoughts?
Thanks so much for the recap, though. Mr. Ryan, I will give you something from my own angle, and I am not self-opinionated, but I believe I would approve what you said right now. You see, sometimes there are two sides of the coin. There are two sides of the coin. She might not have an ulterior motive coming back, and sometimes too, or most of the times, human beings are we are political animals, we are social animals. Sometimes we respond to stimuli, financial stimuli, we respond to social stimuli, we respond to different things. Now she did that, she did that out of something and not knowing the truth. Now the truth is made bare at the moment. I think it's not out of place to give it a trial, but that trial should not be at the expense of life. That is the first one. Secondly, for me, I don't know, I don't want to mention any book, but I've read some books that talks about laws of life.
Okay.
You know, I'm not advertising for anyone. I know personally that if I endanger my life, I am on my own. Like as Warren we always say it, or you're on your own. All right?
Okay.
I think for me, it's not going to be an easy task for someone like me to accept such a woman back into my life. Reason being that, I mean, she should move on for what has happened to me. I should be on my own. She should not come in between at all for any reason between my family anymore, because my family, God owns my life, but my family value my life the most. So let me be with my family and look for a woman that is neutral, that presumably innocent of my past life or something, other than going back to the same woman that has every clue about my life. Now, let me reiterate what impact what Remy said. You know, I love that man so much. I've been listening to him, as I said before, in other radio stations, and that man is, I love him. Let me use the words. I mean, that man is good. He's good. I'm here in Nigeria. I studied in Greenwich in London. Although, you know, I was not opportune to meet a man like that, to meet a Nigerian guy like me.
Okay.
Remy said something. It's not going to be easy to accept such a woman. You need to move on. I think other callers also say the same thing.
Yeah.
You need to move on. You need to move on. Don't endanger your life. Right? I believe for you to bring this storyline today, and I love the storyline, I think I enjoy myself with the likes of Remy and other people who have similar things, to similar ideas of life first. Life comes first. You don't need to be a mumu or a mugu in this current state of the current state of the world.
Yeah.
That security is the utmost. Let me not waste your time.
Okay.
All right. So let other callers come in. Ryan, I'm your fan. I'm also a fan of Remy, who comes from Tottenham. I know I wouldn't want to mention any other radio station, but I love him. I love your presentation every evening from 9 p.m. down to whatever. And I love your guy too. I love your guy who does radio sports stuff over there. You know, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. What his name? My guy, I love it. I love them. I love all of them. My regards to everybody. I appreciate you. Right. And your guy there on the studio. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
All right. You see, the thing is, when I say call early, now you guys are calling. I know the 11 o'clock hour is when everybody wants to call. You know that we close, when we shut down at, what I mean, we shut down like the nighttime show. We shut it down at 11:30, and it's 11:34 already. So that's why I say call early. Okay, and another reason for us to shut down quickly, because the network is really bad. It's really raining, and I think it's the storm. We can hear it from here. No, okay, this is going to be the last caller, apart from the other guy, Dozie, we just call. Hello, what is your name, please?
Hello.
What's your name?
Hello, hi. My name is Bumi from Ikotmoike.
Hey, Bumi! Bumi.
Yes.
Bumi, I was thinking about you lately. What's going on?
Really? What's going on? What were you thinking about?
No. Don't get it twisted, okay? I was like, okay, I'm thinking if you can call in, because I was actually wondering, do women call in to tell us your own side of the story? I mean, what they think and what's your thoughts?
I'm not getting shit twisted. I just asked a question.
I know. You're not getting things twisted. Yeah.
No, shit.
No.
Shit twisted.
Bobby, this is the radio. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm not getting things twisted.
Now you're here. When you are in Nigeria,
right?
you have to be like Nigeria. When you're in the state, you can. In America, they have crazy radio station where you can do swear words, curse, and do stuff like that.
Of course.
No NBC holding you down.
Yeah, it's raining hard here at the Portsmouth Gate.
Oh, you see, that's the reason we're having network problems.
Yes, and it just started like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So the network is not really good. I don't know what the topic is for today. I just wanted to hear your voice and say you're doing a good job.
Bobby, this voice is actually is pulling a lot of trigger. Very soon. Okay, let me just.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
No, don't worry. Let me not finish what I wanted to say. It's dangerous.
To be continued.
Okay, I want to tell you, I'm one of your fans. Okay? Of course.
Okay. All right, Bumi, I know you're one of my fans.
All right, sweetie.
Sweetie?
Okay, I don't know what the topic is. Yes, I mean, in America, you can actually say sweetheart, honey pie.
Sweetie.
Doesn't mean nothing.
Oh, come on, Bumi. Sweet.
Of course I am.
Am I that sweet? Am I lollipop?
Huh?
Am I a lollipop?
But you're my honey pie.
Oh, my God. Okay, Bumi.
All right, sweetie pie. I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much. We're shutting
Take
down.
care. It was nice hearing your voice.
No problem. I appreciate you so much.
All right, peace. All right, peace out.
All right, peace. All right. I'm gonna say it for the Bumi is the last. It's a Siva new. Bumi is the last caller. I don't know. Remy is trying to get us, but I think it's network and it's coming from this side of the world because it's raining cats and dogs. And it's now that all of you are calling. Why don't you call early? The show is 9:30. Call early. 9:30. Call early. And 11:30 we should be shutting down. Shall I pick it?
Okay. That thing that's
okay, we lost it. All right. So the topic for today is about a relationship, a marriage relationship, which a man got married to a lady and took the lady to outside the country where he was based, and all of a sudden, not too long, he got into trouble, mistakenly identity. He was, mistaken for somebody else and being put behind bars, and then he was given 5 years, but he didn't serve. They figured out that he was not the one who committed the crime. 3 years after he came out, but before that time, just as he got into prison, before 6 months, his wife that he trusted left him, went to be with another man, sold almost off all his properties. Now that he's out of prison, he's richer than before. The woman is coming back and begging that he wants to come back to him. So that's what we are asking people. What do you think? Hello?
Hello.
Good evening to you. What's your name, please?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
But the voice from your studio is too low.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you very well.
Please go ahead.
Victor.
What's your name and location? Okay, Victor.
Victor, where are you calling from? Where's your location?
I'm from Munchi.
Okay, Mushi. Okay, Victor, go ahead. Just be fast enough. If you can do it for a minute. What do you think about the situation?
The situation is just a very simple something.
Okay.
All the whole thing, the whole problem is from the man.
From the man.
The only problem that comes from the man, I'm just telling you the truth now. Because it's something that I've gone through.
It's from
you understand?
The problem is from the man or the woman?
The problem is from the man, not from the woman. You cannot marry a wife and keep her somewhere and travel to outside. Even though she hears that
you have a problem. What do you want her to do? There are people around her wife, that doesn't love him, that will change her mind. But if you are there, even in this country, are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Even in this country, do you have a wife? Maybe you are living at Abuja or you are living at Port Harcourt and your wife is at home. There is no peace because you are not staying with her. That is the only place the enemy can confuse her. Your enemy of that man. And when you find out that, if you find out all those kind of things, it will even be better for you to take your wife to that abroad. Let both of you should stay. Than leaving her. Even all this, the problem there is something that if the man came back to this country and go back to their home, we will find that there are many people that is involved.
Okay.
That is the truth. That is why I say the fault is from the man.
Okay.
There is something that has happened to me.
Thank you.
There is one time it happens to me. And that will break up my home.
So sorry about that.
I got married, I pay her diary, I do everything, but I'm not with her. But I'm still in Nigeria, I did not travel to abroad. Are you listening to me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I did not travel to abroad, but I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Lagos, but she's still in village. But my enemy, the people never need your progress. If they cannot get you, they will look for a way to get you.
Thank you so much.
And the only way to get you is when you make that kind of mistake.
Thank you.
And woman, why, whatever you do, always find out as a man, the only person God love of creating heaven and earth and created to look like him is a man.
Okay.
But at the time you look at a man.
Thank you.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, thank you so much. You know, we're actually running out of time. We need to wrap things up. Thank you so much. Yes, we need to wrap things up. Okay. Actually, it seems you didn't really get our story. You mentioned something about taking the wife abroad. This man, particularly, we are talking about. He traveled abroad and he took his wife alongside with him. The whole incident happened outside the country, not really inside within the country here. So he took his wife abroad. He got into trouble. Actually, he wasn't really the culprit, but he was wrongfully convicted. And then the wife, while he was in jail, the wife sold out all his property or most of his property and left, or rather ran away with them. And along the line, the man was actually found not guilty and his case was revisited, and then he was set free with a huge, or I can say heavy compensation. The wife now came back seeing that he has been released, and he came back even richer than he was before. The wife is now kind of begging for him to take him back. And the question says, if you were to be this man, would you allow your wife back into your life? That is what the story is all about. I believe you didn't really get our storyline, but that will be all for now. Maybe when next we come, we'll also come with a different and maybe more interesting story for you.
Okay. So, well, anyway, I want to thank everybody who called in. I appreciate the fact that you see now I know that at the time of 11 o'clock when we want to shut down, that's when the calls will be coming. Anyway, for those who are also having issues to call too, the network is really bad today because it's raining cats and dogs. Bumi told us. So, I mean, for those who didn't get the idea or didn't get the story, we've already done by taking a whole lot of your thoughts. So we're just going to use that one and treat the whole situation. Thank you. We want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Jose for being here with me. Yeah. You will repeat it tomorrow. Oh, okay.
On Thursday.
On Thursday. Okay. All right. So on Thursday, Jose will be here to do it with me. And on Thursday, definitely it's going to be different. We're going to be talking politics and anything news. And of course, the newspapers and what's in that we will be bringing you all the details and all the trending stories, the big stories. That's what we do on Thursdays. And on Fridays is the open mic Fridays. And so thank you once again. Everyone who called me and those who are calling and saying, I'm your fan. Okay. Is okay. Does you say last thing before you leave here? Just don't hang the boot. Come on. Say the last thing before you leave.
Well, okay. One thing I just have to say is when you want to, make up your mind, want to settle down, or you need a partner in your life, it is very, very important to pay attention to details. It is very important. Whoever you want to get entangled with, just be very, very, very attentive to whatever action the person takes or whatever the person does. It's always helpful so that you don't end up, putting an enemy of yours into your home, or rather living under the same roof with your enemy. It's very, very important. And of course, know that here in Voice of the People, we love you and we always give you a voice. To have a pleasant night rest.
Me, I don't love you. I love you more. Anyway, thank you so much. For those of you who want to follow me, I told you guys some big stuff is coming, and I want you to follow me on my Instagram page and my socials. Instagram's Ryan Terrence, at Ryan Terrence, RAIMTERRENCE. And then I got another one, is Raheem Terrence, is RAHIEMTERRENCE. All right. So it's good to follow me on my Instagram and my socials. I don't know about Facebook, but Instagram is okay. And my ex has been put down. Some other stuff, I'm going to come up with it very soon when the right time comes. But Instagram, you can follow me on this ones that I've just mentioned. Thank you so much, every one of you. God bless you. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another nighttime show. All right? Good night.